Oh, what is going on, guys? Welcome to Panaloid's comic book live stream, the best place for your fix of comic book related news, rumors, leaks, reviews, and creator interviews. I'm your host, Pierre, and I'm supposed to be making clips, but I'm, you know, you know, we have our golden age encyclopedia, Jeremiah, who still is living under a roof somehow. And I think it's a day-to-day thing. So we'll find out. And we have a tracker in the Discord, so you guys can check that out. And rebirthed from the ashes of a past world, our own Dark Phoenix, reborn, Dimitri is back.
Are we allowed to call him a Dark Phoenix?
I questioned that exact same thing when I made this. I will say I questioned it. I put Phoenix, and then I was like, yeah, let's do Dark Phoenix. Let's do that.
Dark Horse Phoenix.
Let's do it. Yeah.
What's up, John? Thank you for joining us.
Glad to finally have you back, Dimitri. Thank you for being here. He's your special guest, guys. So the long reawakening. I know you guys have been expecting and waiting for him. He looks a little different. Shaved up a little bit. If you think it's not him, it's still him. So, but with that, Dimitri, the nerdy news. It's been a while. We're here, man.
It's nerdy news.
28 years later, has begun filming with Cillian Murphy and Aaron Taylor Johnson.
It's Killian. Oh my god!
No! Right off the jump. We gave Killian, we butchered his name. Cillian Murphy and Aaron Taylor Johnson in 28 years later. It started, it's begun filming. Yes. I'm super stoked about this.
Oh my god, yes. And Cillian Murphy, wasn't he in the first two? I know he was in 28 weeks later. I think he was in 28 days later, if I'm remembering correctly.
Actually, I haven't seen either.
You haven't seen either? Oh man,
I'm normally the one that hasn't seen movies. No, that is like top tier zombie. Like you need to watch that.
Not only that,
whole,
but Godspeed You Black Emperor is a part of the score in that series. So I'm hoping that they do another Godspeed song in this movie. But that's just me fanboying over Godspeed. Yeah, it is peak zombie. Like the only zombie movie that I hold in as high of regard is Night of the Living Dead, which is the original, and then Train to Busan. Train to Busan is without a doubt my favorite movie that is not in English. So,
yeah, Train to Busan.
I haven't seen any of those either.
Get on it, Pierre.
Dimitri.
I mean, I said Pierre. Yeah. Dimitri. Pierre's already seen them. Believe it or not,
I'm gonna check them out. And when that other movie comes out that we just talked about with Cillian, because we're in America, I'll check out all three so that it works.
Watching all three back to back to back may be insane. As in, like, you might be a different person and afraid of a lot of stuff, but I'm excited for it. Really I'll do it with you.
Make it really dark inside, and I'll get a blanket and cover up, and then I'll watch them all together, all three.
That's the way to do it. And you get nervous. You start looking around corners a little differently, and everything's a little scarier. But definitely get in on that. Moving on, Daisy Ridley said in previous interviews that her new Star Wars movie isn't part of a trilogy.
Samson, you are correct. He is Gilgamesh in Eternals. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Daisy Ridley in a Star Wars movie that's not a part of a trilogy. What do you think we're getting? Are we getting Rey's like actual origin from when she was younger? Are we getting Rey like leading the Jedi, but not towards a villain? Just in general?
I'm gonna let Pierre first.
So it's just a one-shot movie. Maybe she's not. Maybe it's not her movie. Maybe it's just like she's in the movie. You know,
maybe
it's not the star of the show. Maybe she's just some person in it now. I don't know. I just hope I don't know. I want an R-rated Star Wars movie. That's all I want.
They need to.
But,
you got Rebel Moon, but they need to.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing. I know.
Rebel Moon.
Star Wars-ish.
Did you see Rebel Moon?
Sometimes when, absolutely not. It's all Star Wars. It's all the same thing. But typically,
no.
Sometimes.
Oh, Dimitri's back with hot takes. The Star Wars Legion is going to come after us.
When they do this. It's not a big take, but sometimes when they do this, and it's a one-shot, and I still think it could be more than a one-shot, when they do this, it's secretly like a video game. Like it doesn't get a movie. I don't know. I just have a feeling. Like, why make a one-shot? Or it's going to turn into a show. Something like that. It's going to be a different medium than a movie.
I can see a show.
And there's so many new things. There's so many new things they're doing with video games. Like, not new things as far as like just new properties within the Star Wars universe.
Yeah, like, the IP cool. Just keeps expanding.
Right? Like, why not? Acolyte.
I was playing.
Just saying Star Wars
I was playing for a while. So I was playing those games where you can choose like your own path and everything, and like crazy shit happens, and you have to try to get your characters through the whole ending. Like it's mostly just a story. It's one of the horror. It's part of the some anthology. Someone might know it in the chat, but it's an anthology on like PS5, and you can play them. And there's a bunch of scary versions of the games and everything. So that would be cool if they did like a Star Wars one where like.
Are you referring to Silent Hill?
No, it's an anthology. Oh man, what's it called? I played like all of them. The Man from Medan is one of them. I think that I'm saying that right.
Please, someone in the chat fill me in. I have no idea what Pierre is talking about.
But it's literally so you're this character. You pick the path, and you can play it with friends, whatever. Each player has like their own character that they control the story with, and you just pick like. You just go down whatever path, and let's say there's a screwdriver. You decide not to pick up the screwdriver, or you do pick up the screwdriver, and then all of a sudden you're using that screwdriver to kill someone later on, or you're dead because you didn't pick up that screwdriver. And like it'll be like an hour later in the game, and like that screwdriver that you didn't pick up is the reason why you died. And like your whole goal is to save all your characters. Like this whole team, you're supposed to like get them through the story and get them saved. And they have like actual actresses and actors that like lend their voice and their face to it. Like it looks just like them.
I think there was a game like that a few years ago that I'm remembering correctly. If I'm remembering the same like idea of the game.
Yes, I think you're probably thinking because they really pushed this one that was like a campfire story.
Yes, and every chapter was the guy beginning the chapter with, and so this is what happened. And and it was the actor. Oh god,
from Detective Pikachu.
Well, of all the things that he was in, you jumped.
I don't really know. Detective Pikachu is the hottest game. It was awesome. I loved it. All right. Is a great game.
Not just his what's his face? No,
wasn't he also like the devil in Constantine? Wasn't he Lucifer in Constantine?
That I don't know. I don't know if we're talking about the same character now.
We might not be. Anywho, but yeah, that sounds like a really good game. I need to get a PS5. Wife.
Yeah, it's definitely something you want to check out. Moving on. Trolls reviewed. So it got review bombed. So they review bombed the wrong Acolyte. So instead of the TV show, they review bombed some old forgotten movie instead.
That's fun.
So yeah.
Oh, okay. So this is trolls, as in terms of like assholes on the internet, not trolls like the dolls with the big hair. That confused the shit out of me.
Yeah. No, it confused me too. I was like, trolls reviewed. I was like, okay, trolls got review bombed. No, wait, trolls didn't get review bombed. Acolyte got review bombed.
Okay, but they did the wrong thing, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, now the trolls are going to be down our throat because of what Dimitri said earlier.
Yeah, but I did
What'd I
see everyone. Oh, that yeah.
Rebel Moon and Star Wars are the same thing.
It's like Coke and
Stop! No!
cherry
Stop
Coke.
while you're ahead, Dimitri.
It's like Coke and cherry Coke. Coke with a lime in it. It's the same thing. It's all Coke.
I'm not mad at it.
Scream at me.
But
It's the same. It's the same.
He's out of
can't
line, but
say-
he's correct.
You can't just because. First off, I didn't see Rebel Moon, but I know
are
it
you cheap?
bombed
And
terribly.
you bought the box that just says cola? It's the same thing. It's all
my
the
God,
same kind of soda.
Oh,
Jesus.
man. Oh,
He
man.
okay. He really is Dark Phoenix. He really is. He left behind Jean Grey, and this is full
comes in a
Dark
red
Phoenix
box.
talking now.
It's not Coke, but it's cola.
Not gonna let it.
Oh,
It's almost as good.
No. Yep.
oh
We're canceled.
boy.
Still keeping it Star Wars. Season 2 of Andor. There will be a 1-year time jump every 3 episodes. Each time slot will have different writers.
A-okay with that. 100% A-okay with that.
I don't.
RC and
RC and
Pepsi are
Pepsi
the
is
same, to be honest.
Thank you.
I haven't had an RC in forever.
You have someone agreeing with you in the chat. Good for you.
Apply the same way.
Yeah, let's do some time jumps because Andor is wonderful, but I feel like
it's slow.
It's
so
it's too
slow.
it's too condensed. What I would prefer, honestly, is 3 episodes and then a jump back to see how we got to these 3 episodes, and then 2 forward to see where the first 3 episodes take us. So like zigzag as opposed to just a linear 3. I like when I have to like dig a little and pay more attention. So
you should write it.
Yeah, I should. No, I definitely won't.
Still keeping it TV. The next season of The Boys will be the final season and will be 8 episodes long. We talked about this last week.
We did.
Yeah. Well, now it's 8 episodes
Official,
long.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I listen. I think it's time. I'll wrap it up. Move on. What I want to see more of is Invincible.
One day,
like live.
No, the
live
animated
action
series. Oh, you want
no,
a live action Invincible?
Oh, of course. What do you mean?
Yeah, I think
How
it's
sick would
doable.
that be?
Like,
I mean,
yeah.
J.K. Simmons is swole still, so I mean, he could really be Omni-Man.
Yeah, you could make him Omni-Man. There's so many actors you can make Omni-Man, though. I prefer him. I'd prefer him to be the older guy that like comes down and like attacks. In the book, I forgot what it is. They all have mustaches, so he could literally be any of the guys with mustaches. But it's a guy that's like the strongest one. Like he's gray and like I don't know. He looks old. He has like a scar. I don't know what his name is. You guys fill me in with names. I say them all wrong, so it doesn't matter. So for those who don't know, Tilda Swinton, the Ancient One, voices the octopus Ambrosius in The Boys season 4.
That sounds like it should have been in the fun fact section.
It does, and it also was very hard for me to say, and I'm surprised that I think I actually said that all.
I'm
properly.
proud. I believe you got all the way through that with no issue.
Yeah. So
even though
impressive.
you hate Tilda Swinton, like even though you hate her.
Why do I hate her? Who said I hated her?
She's the Ancient One.
When have I said I hated the Ancient One?
Oh, well, we could go back and count. You've said it multiple times.
I said I hated her? Oh, man. I don't remember.
Is it weird that I feel like she's appropriating another, like character with that?
With the octopus?
Because like the Asian, I don't know. Yeah,
or the Ancient One.
With the octopus, she already did it with the Ancient One.
Jesus Christ!
No.
I don't think
I'll come
so,
back to
but I haven't seen those episodes of The Boys, so
I don't know why. Should be someone else.
I don't know if
just like that.
I feel like you kind of have to elaborate on that. Like you can't just move on from saying that. But like I also don't know if I want you to.
You know what? No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna, guys. That's a trap.
They should have hired
There you go. I see what you're doing there. Yeah, you're right. You know what? That's messed up. That is
Oh
messed up.
man.
So Dark Phoenix is back, baby. Zeb Wells and JR's Amazing Spider-Man run to end at issue number 58. I don't know these notes. What is JR? What does that
John
mean?
Romita
Leave him alone,
Jr.
Jeremiah. Leave him
Oh
alone.
my god.
No.
I-
I am a little sad about this, to be honest. A lot of people do not like this run of Amazing Spider-Man, and I am not in that camp. I think this run is fine. There are parts of this run that are spectacular. There are parts of this run that are not, and that is true with every Spider-Man run there is. Going way back to the beginning, there are issues and runs that are not great. This one, I love John Romita Jr. Like literally, his Spider-Man is what is tattooed on me. So, also, Ed McGuinness is doing some of his most insane work he has ever done in these last few issues of Spider-Man. So, it is kind of sad to
But
see it go.
You're talking about the art. You didn't mention much about the story. What's you said you love the art. They're doing some great stuff with the art.
I think Zeb may. The only negative I will say, because I don't want to be negative, I don't want to beat Zeb down. He did a good job for what he was hired to do. I think they gave him just too long of a leash. I think they should have reeled him in a little bit on some of the stuff that he did, mainly the Mary Jane stuff, which is what everyone seems to have a problem with. So,
Jackpot?
No, not Jackpot. but with it coming to an end, we know that it's coming to an end. Who would you guys like to see take over Peter's Spider-Man title?
Okay. Kyle wants to see Ryan Stegman do it. You know who would actually? Okay, this is gonna be. No, that's tough. It's tough. He can still do covers still. Yeah, he definitely can. He's proven in that.
Yeah.
Some of those Wolverine covers and all the covers that he's been coming up with.
It's got to be the most difficult series at Marvel to write, with the exception of maybe
That's
the
tough.
Punisher. In terms of just being difficult to write.
Yeah.
I would like to see Ryan North get a chance and Spider-Man. His run on Unbeatable Squirrel Girl was amazing. His run on Fantastic Four was really good. That's who my hat is in the ring for, is Ryan North. But
who's the one writing the Avengers book that we're both reading?
Hickman. Everyone is saying that Hickman. Or are you referring to Avengers Twilight, which is Chip Zdarsky?
Twilight.
So,
Chip Zdarsky.
Chip had a nice run on Spider-Man called Spider-Man's Life Story, and everyone loves Spider-Man's Life Story. So if they gave Chip Spider-Man like for realsies, I think he would do a really good job with that as well. But I feel like at least whoever takes over this series, now that this one is ending, at least should be a little tighter. So that's just my
opinion. No, I completely agree with you. What's up, Dimitri?
I have one. Don't move on yet. I have one.
Oh, what do we?
He hasn't. I don't think he's drawn for Marvel yet. But I think it's time, because I know he's working on another book, but he doesn't write a lot. Give me Greg Capullo writing Spider-Man, and give me what's his name, Jonathan Glapion as the artist on Spider-Man.
That'd be a dark ass Spider-Man. That'd be awesome. That'd be dope as hell.
I want it. Yeah, I think it's possible.
That'd be fun. That would be fun.
All right. I don't know where they would go, but give it to me.
Yeah.
How about Griffin Sheridan and Ethan S. Parker? Do you know who those guys are? They might not ring a bell.
Is that Kill Your Darlings?
That's Kill Your Darlings.
Let's not.
Shit.
Let's
not yet.
Nope.
Too early for them.
Motherfuckers got an Eisner nomination with their first fucking series. Oh, I'm a little hot over that.
Oh, you
I'm
wanna
a
give it
little
time.
hot.
The book was great. The book was great. You can't.
I get
you
it.
can't
I
hate
get
on
it that book was spectacular, but like first swing of the bat, you get into the Eisner noms. That makes me feel like there may be some nepotism.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Oh, wow.
I think it's a very strong book. And I feel like they are such big Spider-Man fans that I think they would actually do the book justice given a shot. Still
But-
tight. I would still give him a tight rein. You know, like don't give him full rein on everything, but like, you know, let them do their thing. I think they'll do a great job with it. So I think it's like giving you Daredevil, Jeremiah. You know, if you got your
I don't think I
opportunity.
could.
You're
I
such
don't
a
think I
big
could do
fanboy.
Daredevil. Yeah, I don't think I could. I'd want to do like one story arc, but I have one story arc that I would love to do, but I could not do a long run of Daredevil to save my life.
I guess
the-
that's what I'm thinking is a story arc, not necessarily a whole
Like,
run. 'Cause,
yeah,
I mean,
cool.
when you think run, it's long. I mean,
A lot of people are thinking that they should go back to like the hive mind with like the gauntlet area where it was like a revolving door, like Fred Van Lente, Mark Waid, Dan Slott, and J. Michael Straczynski all kind of working together to complete this run. And it'd be nice for them to like kind of do something like that. But I love the idea of a team of two dudes or two dudes and some fillers like it was with this series, being able to take the reins on this character and be able to express their feelings fully, which is what Zeb and John Romita Jr. did. And it's great at parts, for sure. Ed McGuinness, again, doing some of his best work he's ever fucking done. But it will be interesting to see where they go from here, if they just run in a completely different direction or whatnot. So definitely going to be something to keep your eyes on.
wow. So
I have one more question on this topic.
Okay.
To your point about like the whole run, I haven't read it, but I love Zeb Wells. When we met him, he was super cool.
One of the
Do you think they
coolest
should
dudes.
return? Do you think they should return back to like a 12 issue leash, if that makes sense?
No, I fucking hate. I mean, I think this may be because I was a comics retailer. I hate getting so many number one issues within a short time span. The fact that this ran 58 issues, fucking wonderful. The fact that Nick Spencer's run, what was that, 93 issues, fucking wonderful.
Yeah.
I prefer these longer runs because it helps me establish trust in that this team's not going to go anywhere, as opposed to you give me 6 issues, they didn't do super well. Oh, by the way, we're leaving at 12 and we're going to do something else. Like
I agree.
Chip Zdarsky and Marco Cianicetto's run on Daredevil. They did 32 issues and then another 14. Why the hell did you not just do 47 issues? But that's me possibly having some resentment from my retailer days. Number one, sell. That's really what it boils down to. They want to put out as many number ones as possible because they sell more than anything else. But it's the trust that is established over time with the title continuing that keeps fans engaged and keeps fans interested. So no,
I agree.
tighter leash, but let them run. Oh God,
marinate.
Theo's got an idea.
Donny Cates.
Let's hear it.
Okay, Donny Cates Spider-Man, I am okay with. I would be very okay with, because I can see him right now making Morlun even more badass and have him being the overarching villain.
I don't know. It's the guy.
Donny Cates Spider-Man. Yeah, we'll see.
And we've seen him. We've seen him in like multiple panels, and he talks about like that's the one that he wants the most.
Yeah, the interview with him, he was jealous. The only thing he was jealous of Dan Slott was that he got to write more issues of Spider-Man than him. Is literally what he said to us. So that might not be the case, although it's a lot of catch up to Dan Slott. What's he at? 100
He could be cooking it right now. We don't know.
Yeah, it could.
I'd love to see that. I feel like he creates so many new stories for us that we probably haven't seen yet. You know, like I feel like he's got so much ready to go. I'd love to see that. I know we were moving on, but like
it would have to.
That hit me. I was like, wait a second.
It would have to be him and Stegman, though, right?
To start, probably the first 6 issues, maybe him and Stegman, and then either Stegman pass the reign to someone else or switch on and off with another artist.
I like it.
Speaking of Stegman, Helverine. He did that. He did a cover.
He did do a cover of Helverine.
Marvel Legend news. We are not only getting a Helverine, but also a spectacular Spider-Man figure.
Yeah, the new wave looks really awesome. Marvel Legends have been really kicking ass. HasLab needs to take a breath for a minute and pump its brakes if it wants to actually produce any more products. But yeah, this wave coming out, Legends have been doing very, very well lately. You won't hear me complain too much about the actual lines being released. It's just what Hasbro wants to do with HasLab that's like, maybe we don't need to do that. But yeah, the figures, both the Spectacular and the Helverine, look amazing. There's also, who else was in that line? Oh my God, it was just the other day that we were talking about it. But yeah.
Yeah, there are a lot of cool characters in there. I actually opened up a Cyclops today, speaking of the Marvel Legends line. So
you opened up a Cyclops. Which Cyclops?
He's back there.
Oh yes, Blackheart. Oh my God, I'm excited for a new Blackheart because the old Blackheart is just way too flimsy. Oh, classic, astonishing X-Men Cyclops with a little bit of residential eye duck. Yeah, that's awesome.
I normally don't open anything, but
I do.
It was a windowless box, so I'm like trying to like rearrange things, and I was like, it feels so pointless up here in a windowless box. Like what? Depressing to look at.
Yeah, Blackheart. Blackheart. Moving on.
Dimitri, I think you have some news for us. If you want to take this note over.
I think it's supposed to. Yeah. Oh, okay. So Blade has lost another director. The movie was announced in 2019. Has had 2 directors and 6 screenwriters, and is yet to be filmed. The 6th writer is now Thor Ragnarok's writer, Eric Pearson. Huh. Thor Ragnarok. Oh, that was a good
news that it's had so many writers and directors, but I like this. Thor Ragnarok was very good.
Oh yes, no, Ragnarok was good. My brain jumped to Love and Thunder. I was like, wait a minute.
No,
Ragnarok. I did the same thing. I did the exact same thing.
I did at first. I don't think he's ever gonna get another Marvel movie ever again.
Yeah, T.T. Wakiti.
Yeah.
My problem with
this at this point.
So I think that Thor Ragnarok had great tone for Thor and how they did it. It'll be interesting to have Blade within that kind of mold, because Blade isn't nearly as humorous. Yes, were there humorous portions of the original Wesley Snipes movies? Yeah. And I feel like you need that in any comic book movie. The word comic is in there, and the root of the word comic is funny. So yeah. But I want kind of a darker Blade, and it's supposed to still be rated R, correct?
I don't know at this point.
Yeah, at this point, I think that might still be up in the air.
I think they have to. I mean, I think, okay. Personally, I think they want to see what Deadpool is going to do first before anything. So if they can successfully pull off this Deadpool movie, then I think it's going to change a lot of their direction of like where they're going with certain things. So, and I mean, they always have a 10-year plan. So Blade is closer to the tail end of that. So I don't know really, what the plan is there, but we'll see. See what happens.
I've had issues with this movie for like a long time, especially when I figured that they were going to do Bloodline, his daughter. She hasn't had enough time in the oven.
No. She would be. I think she would have the record for fastest from print to on screen if Bloodline actually shows up.
They're rushing.
But I don't know.
It needs to
if
be
she
just about him.
will. Yeah, I think this first
It's,
one is just supposed to be about him. But I could be wrong. I mean,
think
everyone could be
one of
wrong.
the-
It's had so many different screenwriters.
Yeah, one of them mentioned her, and I'm like, that's too quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think would be the record, because I think the record currently, if you want to count Spider-Gwen being animated, I think her record was 8 years. And
So
Bloodline would shatter that with, I want to say 5.
theoretically, they
think it
could
was-
continue this from the old one, right?
Theoretically,
They
I
could
mean,
say, like,
Deadpool could make it so it's a continuation. Yeah, you're right, but I don't know.
like that. I'm just saying, like, then it wouldn't feel as rushed to give him a daughter, because it's been like just even say like it's been 20 years and he still looks exactly the same because he's vampire,
He's
you
a
know,
vampire.
whatever. So like,
Yeah,
and now he
I
has a
mean-
daughter lingering around. I don't know.
yeah. Moving on.
Day
More
walking
Blade
as a
news,
vampire.
though.
More Blade news. Blade from the 2006 Spike TV show, portrayed by Sticky Fingers, is in a still seen in Deadpool and Wolverine. And there's something else.
Darwin
also someone
from
that could
X-Men
be-
First Class.
Yeah, I didn't I saw it really quick, so I didn't notice that. But the only reason I know of this is because this came probably shortly after there was a video game called Def Jam Vendetta. I don't
Oh
know
my
if it was
god,
the first one,
fucking love that game.
but he was in it. Sticky Fingers was in it.
Yes.
So it was just a random like, oh, I know him. But I'm like, there's no way this is
Did
gonna
he play
make it.
Blade in the Spike TV show?
He played Blade.
That was
Yeah, it's
really
him.
wow. Okay.
And
I
he's in the
remember
still.
watching that show when I was younger, so that would have put me at 14 watching that show.
Yeah. But it's like
Huh.
That was half my life.
I kind of like that direction of like, give me all the outcasted actors from shows that didn't pan out in this
That would be
alternate universe.
that'd be interesting to pull
Right.
like something. It's like a deep cut. I feel like at this point.
That's below a deep cut. That's a wound.
Yeah.
Like,
That's wild.
Like-
Pull
Like,
him.
what do you
Pull him in.
first of all, what were you doing in this TV show? Like, how did you get this TV show? And what are you now doing?
It was like a young version
15
of
years
Blade
later?
running around. Like,
That makes sense.
I
I never
remember
watched it.
there was a really
You watched
cool
the show?
like there was a really cool bike scene that they I think mirrored in the third one where like vampire jumps on his bike as he's driving and like is trying to get
Oh,
at
shit.
his neck, I think not realizing that he's also a vampire, and he just throws a like cord around him that's a silver cord obviously, and he just pulls it and it's like a parachute, but it's just the ashes of a vampire. Because they did a great job with that in all 3 of the movies. When he killed a vampire, how they died, I hope they keep the same in the rest of the movies, because it was just perfect as they faded to
So-
ash.
So what if we never get a Blade and this is the Blade? Like the forever, not forever, but like the Blade they
be
continue
upset.
with.
I'd be upset because the actor who they have cast as Blade, who was Copperhead in Luke Cage, whose name I always forget or cannot pronounce, I absolutely love him as an actor. 4400, he was fantastic. The Green Book, he was fantastic. He's a fantastic actor. He deserves a shot as Blade, I feel.
It just might not be in the cards. How this has to
Part
be
of the cards.
frustrating to go through so many different
Oh yeah, I mean,
writers
there's
and
no
stuff. Like at some point he might just want to not do it.
maybe we shall see.
I don't know. But this version
Yeah.
of Blade that you're talking about could very well work in like what's it, Midnight Suns?
Yes,
Like almost going into, because Daredevil's part of Midnight Suns, right? No?
Marvel Knight.
No,
No?
he's not.
No. Daredevil's
not
never
Midnight
part of
What am I
Midnight
thinking
Sun.
What am I thinking of?
I thought we were still on what's it called? Blade.
No, we are.
I
We are.
missed the conversation.
He's on a team, right? Blade.
Blade, yeah, Midnight Suns. You're right.
But who else is on the team that I would think that goes with?
Hannibal Kane, Moon Knight, Agatha. Technically,
Maybe it's Moon Knight.
supposedly.
Okay, I'm thinking of Moon Knight.
Yeah. Mhm.
Wouldn't that be cool? Okay, we can talk about something.
Yeah, that
else.
would be cool. We got video game news.
Oh, okay. Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection announced, including a ton of arcade classes. Shit. I'm gonna read it again because that's a clip. Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection announced, including a ton of arcade classics to me to list and go over. I think I remember three of them.
I am stupid excited for this. We're getting Marvel superheroes. We're getting Street Fighter vs. X-Men. We're getting Marvel vs. Capcom 2. We're getting Punisher for the first time, like, since Sega?
That's the only one I didn't know of.
Yeah, Punisher was an
Like, I didn't know
I
existed.
believe was an exclusive to Sega.
That makes sense.
But this is going to be. I don't know how many of people from our Discord are watching, but we did a Mario Kart night one night, and I always talked my wife up being an incredible Mario Kart player, and she proved it. She was fantastic. How my wife is in Mario Kart is how I am in Marvel vs. Capcom, and I am issuing a challenge to anyone who wants to fucking go, because
I'm down.
I didn't graduate college because of Marvel vs. Capcom. Like that's the truth.
Humble brag by Jeremiah. Humble brag.
I think it was me and my younger brother had like a crazy war one day of like, must have been like 4 hours of just like going back and forth. I don't know if I won. I don't think I won, but like, it's one of those.
The best part about this series is all the games that are being released with this collection are all expensive as shit. If you went to go get them now, like, what is Marvel? I mean, superheroes versus. I mean, yeah, Marvel superheroes alone, like on PlayStation, that's an $80 game, I think. And then X-Men versus Street Fighter, that's like $120 if you can even fucking find that one. Marvel vs. Capcom 2, if you find that complete, you're looking at a $100 bill easy. Like, these are all very, very hard to find games that are all great, unless you go and fucking build yourself an arcade and buy a janky thing that has all these games on them. You don't get to play these games that often. So, yeah. I am excited.
That's going to be sick.
It would be kind of cool if we all jumped on that and played it. I think this news is for you, Jeremiah. Did you see all the Daredevil? Did you see Daredevil will be in Spider-Man freshman year?
Yes. I've known this for well over a year. Because me boy, not only me boy Daredevil, but Paulo Rivera is who designed the costume for Daredevil in the series.
That's cool.
Spider-Man freshman year.
I think it's supposed to be
great artist, man. He's a great artist.
Voiced by. I'm sorry. I think it was supposed to be voiced by Daredevil, live action Daredevil.
Charlie Cox, I believe so.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's been confirmed, but it's been heavily hinted. So.
I mean, if they don't, well, who's voicing? They
don't have
Peter
Tom
Parker?
Holland voicing Peter, so
okay, that makes sense.
It's a sound alike. So
that works.
All right, we got a few more things to get through in the nerdy news.
Yeah, animated news. Blue Beetle. So animated series in the works. That's cool. I like the movie.
Yeah.
Kind of.
We can always need it animated.
No, we don't. We don't need it. Dimitri,
no.
We really don't.
But I mean, it's fine.
No. It's gonna feel like a Spider-Man show.
Because there's no sequel for. There's no sequel for Blue Beetle, right?
This could be in a continuation.
We don't need it. John Hamm reveals that he rejected an offer from DC for Hal Jordan.
Good.
Green Lantern.
Too fucking old for it. Fuck
is he
John
though?
Hamm.
Like an old Hal Jordan. I'm down for it. Like I want that to happen.
I wouldn't be
John-
mad at it.
Hal Jordan and make him evil.
Oh, you want Parallax is what you want.
I need him to happen. Chris Pratt seen on set of Superman probably means nothing, but again, begs the question: when he is cast, who will he be?
Parasite.
Okay. I like it. Just a
Brainiac.
reminder: is he returning to
Chris
Marvel
Pratt
as?
Brainiac.
Is he returning to Marvel anytime soon? Just curious.
Star-Lord's returning. Whether Chris Pratt is or not, I don't know. I believe he is still contracted for a few. Booster Gold, Chris Pratt. Okay. Phantom.
You win.
Phantom. That was a very good hit. That was a solid hit.
That needs to happen. That would be perfect. That would be perfect.
It would be very good.
And this is the movie to introduce him. Like he could easily be introduced in this.
How about Constantine?
Damn.
No, fuck no. What? No.
He needs to be darker. He needs to.
What?
He's typecast as like
he
a comedy guy.
Dark well.
Yeah. So let him do comedy.
But let him try it out with Constantine.
No. Don't you waste Constantine on Chris fucking Pratt.
Put him in the trench coat. Put him in the trench coat.
Does he have a British accent?
I think that role.
He played Garfield. He can do it. He played Mario. He can do it.
I don't know if you should have put that on screen, Kyle.
So I think
it's me. It's Constantine.
Keanu Reeves for Constantine.
He wants to come back. Let him
older
do it.
Constantine.
Yeah.
Just let him be aged up
and
just doing his thing.
Give me an LC. He wants to be Constantine. That's what he said multiple times. He would want to come back as Constantine. If there's any role that he would want to redo, that's Constantine. Yeah, Samson, right there with you. Fucking do not waste Constantine on Chris Pratt. That'd be outrageous. I think Phantom hit the nail square on the head and straight through the board with Booster Gold. So
yeah,
fine.
Keanu Reeves, Constantine. Segue to Batman Beyond.
Final bit of nerdy news.
James Gunn debunks reports that Batman has been cast for DCU's The Brave and the Bold film. That's right. The title of this week's episode stating Winston Duke is Batman. Yep, it's complete clickbait, guys. But if you watched this far, stick around. Even if you were here to hate, we welcome you, and we'll correct you as needed. And that's our nerdy news.
I think this is in a direct reference to the person who called me spineless last week with Clipped. So yeah, opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got some people have two. But now we've come to my portion of the show where I get to show off all the shit I bought that I shouldn't have bought. It's collection acquisition. That's gonna be a fucking hell of a
assholes.
So went into Target fucking 2 days ago, and I knew that they had exclusive Daredevil Funko Pops, but I did not know that they had so many. So first up, we have a regular size Funko Pop Black Light Shadowland Daredevil, when Daredevil was the big bad villain of all of Marvel. Fantastic run, fantastic series.
That is cool.
And then we have I'm slightly butthurt, but I'm not super butthurt. We have Daredevil 1 from Volume 4 in the comic book covers series line. There's a Chris Samney
falling
cover.
Over?
Nope, it's a Chris Samney cover. He's swinging from the Golden Gate Bridge. This is when Daredevil moved out to San Francisco again. It's Blacklight series. They need to do a Paulo Rivera Funko Pop cover. Like they need to. I'm glad we got this one, but they need to do a Paulo Rivera one. But yeah. And then so I was looking for one in particular, and I was scanning the shelves because I knew it existed. And yes, I'm actually a ghost. And then I looked down because I didn't realize that the larger Funkos were on the bottom.
Oh God.
We got my boy who's as big as my goddamn head. Like, first appearance, Yellow Daredevil, Blacklight Edition. This is clearly based off of that image in Daredevil Yellow by Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale, which kind of just makes me miss Tim Sale a little bit extra that they did this. But it's my boy. He bobbles because Hasbro are assholes. Yeah. And then I got 2 comics that I need to show off. One of which is a Chris Evans signed Captain America First Avenger. SWA, Chris Evans signed. It is a Paulo Rivera cover. The original art to this cover is for sale for anyone interested. It is $6,000 that I do not have. And secondly, I was hinted at it last week. I am still alive, luckily. But I purchased one of my absolute holy grails. This is the Spirit section from June 2nd, 1940. This is the first appearance of the Spirit, of Lady Luck, and of Mr. Mystic. This is a newspaper. This isn't a full-fledged comic book. This is a newspaper insert that was inserted into 18 different newspapers across the country in 1940. There's only 20 known to exist left. It's graded a 4.0, which is the exact grade that I wanted it in because it came out in 1940. Yeah. This year, I'll get there. This year celebrates the 85th anniversary of Batman. This turns 85 next year. This is just over a year older than Batman is. It was $2,500. It was $2,500. It was the most money I have ever spent on a comic ever.
Man.
It's the most money I will ever spend on a comic ever. Mainly because my wife took away my credit cards. And but no, I saw the opportunity. I had to get it. It's my last bit of craziness that I will probably ever buy. And it is mine forever. I will be buried with this, most likely. It might be sooner than I thought. But yeah. Super, super happy to have this. Here's
my wallet hurts for you.
Yes.
My wallet hurts for you.
Here's your fun fact of the day when it comes to this in particular. So there's 3 characters who first appear in this issue: the Spirit, Lady Luck, and Mr. Mystic. Mr. Mystic gets his powers by being bitten by 4 llamas. Comics in the 1940s, people.
It's like an acid
All
trip.
right. That was a lot of
Or
money.
created on an acid trip.
I felt it.
Yeah.
I felt it.
That was rough. Pierre, you read some shit.
Yeah, and Dimitri.
Dimitri read some shit too.
Yeah, so
a little bit. I'm getting back in.
Dimitri, give me your Superman. I haven't heard anything DC. I can't talk. I haven't heard anything DC, mostly because I've only been using the Marvel Universe app. So tell me what's going on with Superman.
It's way. This book probably came out last year because I was following Superman and I just stopped everything for a little bit. But it's interesting because I don't know who did the art on this book, but the previous artist, I like that style better. It's just my like think like Stuart Ammonium. We'll clean it up. But it's not like a I like this art is bad. It's simply my preference. I like the cleaner, more polished, like you definitely did this on a tablet type popular style of art style. But in the book, can I just ruin it?
Yeah, of course.
Right? Okay. Lex Luthor gets fucked up and he leaves everything to Superman. And Superman's like, oh, like what did he do? He left this guy in like a pit, pretty much, and imprisoned him. And Superman tries to save him and doesn't realize, like, oh, he's there for a reason, you know. And then all hell breaks loose. So I'm continuing reading.
Artist,
he just got free.
The artist is Jamal Campbell.
This new one on 5?
On 5 is Jamal Campbell, yes.
Who's the one on it before?
Book 4?
I can find it. Yeah, book 4.
I'll find out. Book 4 was Nick Dragoretta and Jamal Campbell.
No, it's not. Maybe it's on 3. Check 3 for me. Maybe it was the first 3 issues.
All right. In issue 3, we have Jamal Campbell.
Is it really Jamal Campbell? Oh.
It is.
But he probably, so what it sounds like is he changed the style. I just like the style from the first 3 better. Not to say that it's bad. I just love that style better.
Huh. Maybe he's like one of those people that like you pick up your pen and you have like a different handwriting.
Maybe. I mean,
I'm just kidding.
Campbell's a good dude. He's
I
a
pick
great
up my
dude.
pen and I do that every time. Like it's actually bad, but that's I doubt he is. Maybe there's something going on with the story. Maybe there's something you're not catching. You know?
No, I mean, it could be very much like. Let me look. Let me look. Kyle, don't hate me. Come on.
While he's looking, Pierre, do you want to tell us about one of the books you read?
Sure.
Do that.
So we're gonna talk about Carnage number 3 and 4. So last week we mentioned first off that I didn't like Carnage. The other thing that I mentioned was Saw. We mentioned it briefly, but we talked about it. In this title, Carnage is similar to Jigsaw in terms of that, like, he's setting up traps and he's more maniacal. Like it's like he's just very clean cut and setting up some sort of trap for, I think he's really looking for Eddie Brock. That's like his end goal. He just keeps, where's Eddie? He has like little notes that he's leaving. The news is reporting him, and they're just like, it's all translating to where's Eddie. And you have Anti-Venom following him on his track, trying to like find him, and stop him. He knows who it is. He's just like, oh, we gotta stop this. It's very graphic, like probably one of the most graphic books I've read in a while, especially coming from Marvel. I read some horror books and everything, but Marvel related, this is like, they really push it. And I wish I read this before Venom number 31, because now the talking makes sense. He was talking a lot in Venom 31. This one, it makes sense why he was talking so much. Like, he was really building up to finding Dylan. And that, when he found Dylan, he had all these things to say to him because he thought he was Venom, and then he thought he was Eddie and it's Dylan, and he was like, even better, and does what he does to Dylan. But yeah, it's a sick book. I'm back on the train of enjoying Carnage. So if you haven't been reading Carnage, pick that up. I'm glad I got back on that one. So I retract all statements before. Dimitri, do you have anything else that you needed to say about Superman number 5?
So Jamal Campbell is the artist on all of them.
Weird. It's almost like I said that.
But the style is different. It's noticeably different. And I don't know why he changed it. Maybe it takes too long to create or do. I just prefer the style before. It's no biggie. What else did I read? It was really quick. It was Daredevil. No, not Daredevil. Deadpool and Wolverine versus Wolverine. Slash them up. I guess it might be like a unlimited.
I saw that
thing. It
Yeah. How
reads
was it?
like I don't. I mean, it's not a big deal, but it reads like Cody Ziegler wrote it, but he didn't write it.
Okay.
So I guess it's
Okay.
just his
Okay.
tone, which is cool. I'm okay with. It was pretty short.
Yeah.
Not much happens. I guess that's the, they move them along, but he's just trying to steal something, and Wolverine stops him, and then that's how it ends. That's literally it.
It's definitely to
stops him.
promote the movie.
Yeah, there's no verses yet. They're just like Deadpool, and then like Wolverine's like, I'm here. Like that's it. That's the whole short. It's a short book. But yeah.
Gotcha.
That's all I
Makes
got.
sense. The other book I read was What If Venom #2. So I kept it Venom. It continues the first one, so I was right about that. So it's actually it's a continuation, and I actually feel like the What If from Stephanie Phillips, where she did the thing with the Venom symbiote, I think that's going to be a part of this too. So I feel like it, at least anyways. I don't know if it will, but it seems right that it would fit into this little universe. So it seems like Venom is like hopping from host to host, and he's being used by like an organization for something bigger. But this time it bonds with Wolverine. And although it seems like a cool idea, I still feel like they did a better job with She-Hulk. Like it felt just more original, like all right, Wolverine
the Venom symbiote has
Wolverine.
bonded with Wolverine before.
Yeah, exactly. So it just kind of is like, all right, he's angry and slashing people with the Venom symbiote on him. Like it, I don't know. It was done before, right? So it was cool because it showed how Wolverine's mind works, because you see kind of him in himself locked away by Venom when Venom's doing what he's doing. So it's like Wolverine trying to break out of his own mind to stop Venom. So that was actually pretty cool to see. And then again, it ends off with the Venom symbiote being gathered up, and they're something is up. So I don't know what the What If #3 is going to do, but we'll check that out. And then last but not least, in any means, Avengers Twilight #4. Jeremiah, I finally got to read it. They actually dropped it onto the app, so that was cool.
So you're still one issue behind, but
amazingly done. Tony Stark gets his new suit, which is sick, and you'll find out who the secret enemy was this whole time. And he also, he gets his own suit, and his suit was sick. I think that was probably the best reveal.
I think it is slated for 6 issues. I think so. I know 5's out because I have it. I have not read 5 yet, but I have it. So yeah. We are at the part of the show that Pierre loves the most. Pierre, lead us in.
We are at the part of the show. This is Rumors, baby. Rumors, baby. Superman movie set in the 1970s instead of the modern day. That's a rumor. It's not necessarily true, but do we like the rumor?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it's happening. The suit that we have seen from the one image, there's no way. There's no way that this is real. Right?
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think it would make sense. But I mean, then again, it could, to start off like a younger Justice League team, and then it's like now they're older in modern times. That might work. But I don't think this is supposed to be.
I wish they would do this. Like from the 70s.
That'd be cool, but
I don't think this is going to be another Superman, like whatever. He doesn't need another starting movie. You know what's it called? I don't even know what it's called. You know what I'm talking about? Like one of those like we don't need to see his beginning story again.
His origin.
Over. His origin. Thank you, Jesus. I'm the only one here.
I think it could be interesting. I think it could be interesting to see like not older villains, but like an origin with like a different villain than one they would typically do, like a Lex Luthor. Instead of a Lex Luthor, let's do something else. I would like to see a Brainiac. And I would like to see, if you're doing this in the 70s, I would like to see all the other, or like the beginnings of the Justice League in the 70s. They should go this route. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah. Well, see what happens. Moving on. Alden E is being eyed to play Hal Jordan in the Lantern series, which conflicts with the past rumor that Hal Jordan will be an older casting. I don't know who Alden is personally.
Alden Ehrenreich.
Oh,
I
well,
think
you read it
I
right.
think you got that
Ehrenreich.
right.
It's 'cause my name's
He could
Dimitri.
still be an older. He could still be an older Green
Yeah,
Lantern. He was the
CGI
guy that
does
played
a
Han
lot of
Solo,
work.
by the way. For anyone that doesn't
Okay.
know, he played young
mean-
Han Solo.
That works.
It works, but is it the best choice?
Who wants to do it? What's
I don't.
fucking John Hamm doesn't want to do it.
Ryan Reynolds.
John Hamm. No
He
more.
doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, they should bring him back just because it'd be funny. Moving on, F4, which Fantastic Four to take place in space. That's the going rumor.
I hate this rumor for one of two reasons.
Go
One,
for it.
no shit. Part of it has to take place in space. Like, that's just how this movie's gonna have to go. And two, there's no way they're gonna spend the entire time in space. Like, there's no way whatsoever. So
yeah, they gotta come to Earth at some point, right? It would only make sense unless it's
What
like
if it's
gonna.
What if in? Oh, I'm sorry. You keep going.
No, go for it. Go for it.
It's not a big deal. What if instead of Earth, it's just a portal to Earth?
okay.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I like the idea that they blast off into space, some shit happens, they get their powers, and when they come back, it's not the same Earth they left. Like, that's what I
like
want.
all of that. That's what it should be.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping it is. To address Phantom right now, do you think that they would ever put the DC Trinity in the Justice Society to make way for new heroes? No. In fact, none of the Trinity, with the exception of Wonder Woman, was a part of the Justice Society. She was for a hot second. She was their secretary. So no, they're Justice League all the way. But yeah, I think the Justice Society is done because of Black Adam. But more rumors, and this next one's got me excited.
In the Vision series, White Vision creates Virginia, Viv, and Vin, and will set up Ultron's return. Who are these characters, Virginia, Viv, and Vin? Can you elaborate a little bit,
The
Jeremiah?
children.
Okay, these are the people that are created by Vision in the absolute banger of a maxi series written by Kyle's favorite comic book writer ever, Tom King, with art by the absolutely amazing Gabriel Hernandez Walta, with one fill-in issue done by Michael Walsh. This Vision series is one of the greatest Vision series ever. Well, not only Vision series ever, it's one of the greatest comic book series ever. These 12 issues, I think, will be viewed in the same light as Watchmen is way down the line. That's a hot take. Fun fact without saying fun fact, take a shot. Yeah, I hope that this is true. What I would want more than anything is he creates Viv, he creates Virginia, he creates Vin. And although this is setting up the return of Ultron, I would like it to be through the lens of Victor Mencha. I would like Victor to show up and Victor to be corrupted into Ultron.
Who's that?
Phantom in the chat. Well, that was her mother, wasn't it?
Are you referring to the Wonder Woman that is in the Justice Society? No, it was Diana.
thought that was a Vision note. I'm not too sure though.
I
I
thought
don't
so
know
too.
what we're talking about. I was
These are
very
a lot
concentrated
of
on
names being thrown at me for the
yeah,
first time.
yeah. That threw me off. There are a lot of V names. I got confused. Yeah. Moving on. Leaked photo of Cyclops in Jim Lee 90s costume, supposedly on set of Deadpool Wolverine.
Did you see this?
No, I didn't see it.
Dimitri, did you see this?
I saw it. It feels like a troll.
Yeah, I think it's fake.
It feels like I think it's fake.
I think it's fake. It's not real. I think this is
The Blade thing could be
legit.
fake too.
Yeah, the Blade thing
Very
could
well
be
could
fake.
be fake, but I just believe it more because
Okay, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, Dimitri. Yes,
no,
Phantom,
go ahead.
you are correct. Viv is in Champions. I thought you were referring to Wonder Woman Justice Society. Yes, Viv is the same Viv from the Vision storyline that is in the Champion series with Miles, Ms. Marvel, Cyclops, and Hulk.
I now
That makes
know
sense.
who we're talking about, by the way.
Yeah, minor
Only-
spoiler if you haven't seen the series. I mean, if you haven't read the series, Vin and Virginia aren't around anymore.
Mm,
What happened to
so
him?
it'll be a quick visit.
Yeah,
But he makes them, right?
Gotcha.
he does make them.
He makes. Okay, I didn't
Huh,
know that.
okay.
That was
So-
a guess.
I can see that rumor could happen. That makes sense. That does make sense. So,
But to the
but yeah, Cyclops.
to the yeah, go ahead.
No, keep where you said you're gonna mention the
No,
Cyclops thing.
you go ahead. I promise.
Jesus.
Okay.
There was rumors that Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, would be in that movie, and they like cut her out for some reason. For some reason, I think that we'll get the other Captain Marvel. I forget what's her name.
Monica Rambeau?
The short-haired one. Yes. No. That's the daughter, right?
Yeah, that's Photon.
Not Photon, her mother.
Maria
Is it her
Rambeau.
mother? Who's the older one? The one from Doctor Strange 2. Maria, I think it's Maria.
Yeah, that's Maria Rambeau. That's Captain
Okay.
Marvel in that universe of Illuminati.
Something tells me she's going to show up. I don't know how. But I don't know. I think they're doing some misdirection. Again, rumor.
I mean, there was talk about Brie Larson having a cameo and that it was cut, and Ryan Reynolds cut it because it wasn't funny enough, and Brie Larson took offense to it. Don't know how true that is. A lot of the stuff I think about this movie needs to be taken with a large tablespoon of salt, because
Absolutely.
of the character we are talking about, and because of what we already know about this movie and the speculation going into it, anything that can be said can be true. Doesn't mean it's going to be. So it's the can of worms that is Deadpool, on top of, we know this will be a universe melding movie. So
Well put.
I like the idea of buzzers, Phantom. Thank you.
I'm sorry. It's my
we're
fault.
moving
First
on.
time back.
Yucky rumor. The Rock is going to be the MCU's #apocalypse. Dwayne Johnson's production company supposedly signed a multi-year deal with Disney. I like this.
what?
I like it.
What? You want the final boss to be Apocalypse?
Yeah. Here's the thing. He isn't a great actor, and I feel like Apocalypse is such a robot that I feel like it would work very well for him. Like this, he could very easily do. Samson, hear me out. He's done the Scorpion King already. Okay, he's done that role. All right, so that is Apocalypse Young. Done.
Did it.
Are you
typecasting The Rock as an Egyptian? God.
He did it once. All right. He did it once. And now he's going to do it again. And he's going to give you a future version of himself. And he's going to be in full garb. And he's going to be Apocalypse. Just saying.
This all makes way too much sense.
I don't think I've cried this much on the podcast.
I'm saying, I think the thing.
You're hilarious, Dimitri. And this rumor is sad.
He has the face for the Apocalypse. Like, he has the bone structure. He looks like Apocalypse without any paint.
Absolutely.
Like, he looks just like him already.
He might as well be Egyptian already.
They made
he's Samoan.
Moon Knight. They made Moon Knight look like Apocalypse, and it looked bad. They can easily make
Oscar Isaac,
like Apocalypse.
Not a name.
Yeah, Oscar Isaac. They made him look bad. All right, look how much paint he had on. He doesn't have the bone structure for it.
Samson, I am in your corner. Scorpion King was fine, but that was a different time period. No to Apocalypse. No.
Where would you, Pierre? Where would you put this?
Who said I don't like X-Men? I
don't like X-Men. Phantom's referring to me. I like X-Men. I just don't read mutants.
That's true. I love.
Where would you put this? Where would you?
That's actually one of my favorites.
Where would you put him showing up?
The Rock. You know what? I want everyone to get mad. Professor X. I want him to be Professor X. It's the biggest, bulkiest Professor X you've ever seen. Just sitting there. Like, that's what I need. Yeah.
It's the bald head, isn't it?
It's the bald head. You want to typecast? Yeah, there you go. Typecast Rock as Professor X.
That's fair.
Samson, you're kind of bearing the lead right here. What? Leave my cousin out of these projects? Are you referring to Dwayne Johnson being your cousin? If that is so, please give him my number.
He's Samoan on his mother's side and
black on his father's side. That doesn't make a gypsy.
It's very possible.
You could make him the Blob. You could. They've done that before. In that, you know that movie where he was like fat when he was young.
Wolverine Origins.
Jeremiah, we're saying the same thing. We're saying tomato and tomato.
We are not. I want it to know that Samoan and black does not make Egyptian. And just because I'm white saying that, don't cancel me.
It doesn't. It's not. It's just, think it over.
All Samoans are related. I hear you. We're moving on before Jeremiah gets himself canceled. We have to move on.
Okay. Yeah, let's move on. We're dangerous waters.
Jeremiah he's digging a hole. You're digging it for him. I don't know what's happening. Oh my God! Wait a second. Phantom, why not Juggernaut then?
No,
I don't hate. He's nah.
So I want.
He never covers face.
Is if you are watching Sweet Tooth right now, Big Man, the actor who plays Big Man, I want him as Juggernaut. I want a big hulking black guy as Juggernaut. 1, it'd be awesome. 2, it'd piss off a bunch of people and it'd be worth it. 3, he's got the acting chops for it, 100%. I wish I knew his name off the top of my head, but I don't. I will look it up real quick.
Nice.
There's a slim chance that what's it called? Professor X might be casted as a black man. So if you do that with Juggernaut, aren't they related?
Yeah, they are.
They are step siblings. They are step siblings.
That would still be a thing.
Okay, fine. This will be a thing. Just don't know.
Depending, maybe the same dad, maybe it's the same mom. Step siblings doesn't mean anything.
Do you not know what step means?
I don't know who's
they could be attached somehow.
Step means there's no relation between the two of them. Their parents married each other.
And more of a reason why they could.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, I am right.
All right. Yeah. We're moving
Oh, I
on.
was going.
Spider-Man 3 video game leaks show what looks like Silk as a playable character.
I like it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I want as many spider folk as possible to play as.
I'm over Spider-Man games. Anyways, Deadpool 4, titled A New Home, will be released after the multiversal saga, and by then Deadpool will be a main character just as much as Fantastic Four and the X-Men.
I hope this is true, just because that is the perfect name for a Deadpool movie.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I kind of like the rumor. Scarlet Witch and Black Panther 3 will be the only films to release between Avengers Secret Wars Part 1 and 2. In my head, I read Pink Panther 3, and I got really confused for a second. I was like, I was like, why is this? Why are they correlated?
Just color off.
So, yeah. So the Scarlet Witch film will also adapt a huge storyline from the comics. Reverse House of M.
That's what I'm really hoping for. Like, because House of M was amazing, but it ended mutants for a long time. How are you going to get mutants in the universe? Fucking throw them all out there and have Scarlet Witch do it all. Reverse House of M would be wonderful.
Secret Wars news still. T'Challa to be recast after Secret Wars. I think it's yeah.
It's unfortunate, but in order to move forward, we have to.
Yeah, and I think that's the proper place to do it. But where does that leave Shuri?
I think the new T'Challa will not be from this universe.
Okay, so you'll just have 2 Black Panthers.
Yes.
Gotcha. And then she might just bow down to him and be like, all right, you're the Black Panther now, and I'm...
Or he is the Black Panther that protects Wakanda, and she's the Black Panther that protects the world.
Okay. That could be a thing. Yeah. But then where does that leave M'Baku? He keeps getting snubbed.
That's a great question. Man. Well, he's moving on to Batman.
Yeah, there you go.
I like
there you go. It's all
I was going to say the same thing. That's it.
He's the king of Wakanda. The new T'Challa would be the Black Panther of Wakanda, and Shuri would be the Black Panther of the world. So that all makes sense.
Or Shuri dies.
Shuri dies. Could happen. Nah, she's too good of a character. Last rumor, Null. Oh, sorry, it's not the last rumor. Null will not appear in Venom 3. Sony wants him as their big bad for the spin-off verse.
I'm glad he's not appearing in Venom 3 as much as Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman deserve a payday. Wait.
I think he will appear, personally. This is just a rumor. I think he will appear, but just like a Thanos moment where you just kind of see a glimpse and that's it. And you don't get much more than that, and you'll see him one day again. So, never know.
There's no reason to rush.
And Phantom in the chat, what if it's Killmonger? Could be Killmonger. He could. I don't
Michael
want
B. Jordan coming back? Okay.
Other universe.
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan as T'Challa, where he became T'Challa.
He'll have the same hair too that everyone uses.
I can't remember how that worked out in the comics. Oh, yeah, yep. They use it in everything, right? That is the thing. And the last note: Ryan Gosling has been cast as Ghost Rider. I don't know if this is a rumor or not.
This is a lie. This better be a lie.
I see it happen.
He wants it. Might actually have some truth to it.
I certainly hope not.
Which Ghost Rider would Ryan Gosling be?
He can't be Johnny. He has to be Danny. He can't be Johnny Blaze. He has to be Danny.
Have to?
Yes.
Why?
Because he isn't rough and tumble enough to be Johnny Blaze. He's got soft, feathery hands. Coming from a man with soft, feathery hands who knows it, like fucking. There's no way he can play Johnny Blaze. He has to be Danny Ketch.
They scrape him up a little, and they just mess up his hair.
I saw him in Drive. He was fantastic in Drive. That is still very much Danny Ketch vibes,
the same
not
one.
Johnny Blaze vibes.
Yeah. I agree. I completely agree. Who would be your actual Ghost Rider then? When I say actual Ghost Rider, you know what I mean.
The guy who played Eggsy in Kingsman.
Taron Gillen? No, Taron Egerton.
Taron Egerton, yes. Everyone wants him to be Wolverine. I would like him as Johnny Blaze. I think he could do it.
Really? Oh, that's interesting. I didn't
like
see that cast coming at all. I saw him more as someone older that would kind of coach Danny Ketch a little bit.
I mean, yeah, they did run side by side with each other in the Spirit of Vengeance storyline where Danny had the spirit and Johnny didn't. And Johnny was running around with a sawed-off fucking shotgun like a badass.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Yep. Nicolas Cage, bring him back for that, and let's go.
That would be dope as shit. Oh my god, yes. Please.
Captain Britain.
Just for that. What?
For Taron Gillen. Taron
Okay,
Egerton.
yeah. Taron Egerton as Captain Britain. Yeah, okay. Gosling as Nova. If he's Dick Ryder, Richard Ryder, yes. If he's Sam Alexander, fuck no.
Samson in the chat with Cyclops.
That is,
I don't hate it.
Yeah. I'm not against that, honestly.
Don't hate it. Yeah, could be something. But that's it, guys. That's the rumors. We do have an outro, and Kyle is gonna have me read a promo for him to use somewhere else, anywhere, any who. Here we go. Well, that's it for this week. If you enjoyed Rumors, baby, and you enjoyed it for reasons beyond the actual rumors, subscribe to our live show, Panelloid's Comic Book live stream, every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern. And if that's not enough and you want more of us, come on over to our Discord. Just go to panelloids.com. Take care, friends. All right.
I'm going to do this thing.
So with that, I can officially announce a new series of videos, Rumors Baby, a condensed weekly video of, you guessed it, rumors. So you don't want to miss that. But yeah, that's a show. Next week, we will be having on Dan Carey from Oni Press. Oni Press. I said it right?
Oni Press, yes.
Yeah. To talk about all their upcoming releases. Welcome back, Dimitri. Hugs and kisses. Hugs and kisses.
Thank you.